What's going on, everyone? It's Matt Deeks here. Appreciate you guys for dropping by. And we got week 24 hard stratagem, all right? Honestly, I was able to beat it on the first try, but I think it's because both of my other teammates left and I had two bots running with me. I'm going to show you at the end of this whole guide a crazy boss battle where it was me with a tactical bot and a Bullwark bot, and guys, it was insane. Okay, but let's get to that in the end of the video, so stick around for that. But with that being said, guys, we're going to go over exactly what the battlefield conditions are for week 24 hard stratagem. We're going to be going over the best classes, the best perks, and the best weapons to go in this week's stratagem with, because there are going to be certain classes and certain perks and weapons that you're going to want to swap out to have the easiest time running this. All right, it's not an easy stratagem. All right. Last week was much easier. This week is a tough one. Again, oddly enough, usually takes me a few tries to beat it. It took me one try. I don't know how. The bots really kept me in, and you'll see at the end what I mean by that if you want to stick around and watch. But let's get into the guide and let's begin. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment down below how many times it took you, and let's start. All right, so let's hop into this week's hard stratagem, and we are on Reliquary, okay? So keep that in mind when you're playing this. You are going to be facing up against chaos, all right? So let's go over the battlefield conditions because they are a doozy, all right? So number one, we have Avenger. So Last Brother Standing temporarily gains a significant increase to attack and defense. Number two, we have Atrophy. So you can't die by being incapacitated, but every incapacitation will decrease your maximum health by 25%, and it's limited to 10% of its original value. So you can get all the way down to 10% health. And honestly, guys, one little light tap will take you down. So it's pretty intense at that point. And then lastly, we have Survival Training. So contested health cannot be restored by any means, but squad members do not receive mortal wounds. So those are the three battlefield conditions for this week. There are specific perks and specific classes that need to be on or need to be played with, because honestly, that last battlefield condition takes out a majority of the perks I use. I am a Vanguard main, and unfortunately, you cannot use Unmatched Zeal, nor can you use Adrenaline Rush. So let's hop into the classes and let's go over all the perks that I usually use and recommend, and why you're going to want to swap them out because of those last two perks, Atrophy and specifically Survival Training. So remember, guys, Survival Training, contested health cannot be restored by any means. Okay, by any means. All right, so let's hop into the classes and the perks and the weapons, and we'll go over that right now. Okay, so oddly enough, I was running a Vanguard. I know, it's crazy. I was running a Vanguard. I love Vanguard, as many of you know. If you've come to my channel more than once, you'll know I love Vanguard. However, the reason I love Vanguard is for two specific perks: Adrenaline Rush and Unmatched Zeal. However, with that last battlefield condition, no contested health can be restored, no matter what. So Unmatched Zeal and Adrenaline Rush are completely pointless. Unfortunately, you cannot gain your health back, no matter what. So these two perks are basically a complete waste of a slot for this specific week. So for me, I ran as the Vanguard. I changed this signature perk to Emperor's Blessing. So taking lethal damage restores all armor instead of incapacitating you. Cooldown is 120 seconds. So basically, instead of going down, you just kind of get a second chance at life. You stay up, you kind of hear a little sound, and boom, you got both your armor plates back and you can keep going. Now again, the cooldown is 120 seconds, so you can't really spam this. So again, if it does happen and Emperor's Blessing kicks in, the perk kicks in, then you're gonna have to play safe for a bit, because the next time you go down, you're actually going down. All right, so that one was changed. And in terms of the team perk, again, Unmatched Zeal cannot be used. As much as I love it, it cannot be used. So you switch it out for melee champion. All squad members deal 15% more melee damage, or if you want, you can even use inner fire. All squad members restore ability charge by 15% by performing finishers on Majoris. Either or are fine. Just you can't be using Unmatched Seal. It's a complete waste of a perk. I also recommend if you're running Vanguard, you pop this one on right here, Launch Restoration. So using Grapnel Launcher restores 1 armor segment. So the theme of today is going to be armor. You're going to go down. It's inevitable. There may be some of you guys that don't end up going down, but the thing is, there's no way to increase your health. So unfortunately, eventually you might go down unless you're playing with a fantastic team. But the whole moral of what I'm trying to say is keep your armor high. Okay, keep your armor high. Keep it present and keep it high. This will keep your actual health intact longer. All right, it'll be able to preserve it longer. But with that being said, honestly, I actually don't recommend the Vanguard. As hard as that is for me to say, I don't recommend the Vanguard for one specific reason. There's actually 2 classes I don't recommend: Vanguard and Sniper. The main reason is you're only running 2 armor plates. All right, that means you're going to be 1 armor plate lower than all the other classes, thus more susceptible to actual health damage. So I don't recommend Vanguard and Sniper unless you absolutely love them and you feel the most comfortable with them. Example for me, I feel the most comfortable with Vanguard and the way it plays. So again, I was able to get the win with it. But if you're kind of, on the fence and of what class you want to main with or what class you feel most comfortable with, and I would say stay away from Vanguard and Sniper. Another thing with Sniper, if you are going to run Sniper, again, this will not work. Purification will not work, so keep that in mind, all right, when running this stratagem. Okay, let's go into the classes I recommend. So honestly, because with Bulwark, Invigorating Icon cannot be used. So Invigorating Icon is when the banner is activated, all squad members regain maximum contested health, but it recharges 50% slower. So because no contested health can be gained no matter what, according to that battlefield condition, this is a wasted perk. So I would choose either this guy right here or this one for even more damage. I would say Concussive Force is best amongst the 3. So Shield Bash that deals 200% more damage, Shield Rush deals 100% more damage, and Thunder Hammer Pummel deals 100% more damage and deals area of effect damage in the 7-meter radius, and the cooldown is only 5 seconds. So this one's a OP perk. I love this perk when battlefield conditions where you can't use or you can't gain contested health back. Otherwise, I am running Invigorating Icon. Okay, so again, if you're running Bulwark, pop this one on instead of Invigorating Icon. Also, guys, with your team perk, you got to be running Focus Restoration. Given the ability for not only you but your whole team to gain armor every 30 seconds is going to be key to keeping your health intact. Okay, so this one here, Focus Restoration, is going to help the whole team. Also, for you specifically as the Bulwark, you got to be running Armor Reinforcement. So non-finisher gun strikes restore 1 armor segment. Again, that's going to keep your 3 plates of armor high, thus keeping your health intact. Another class I recommend is the Heavy class for a couple reasons. One is you're able to pop on a perk called Fortitude, so health increases by 30%, so just an overall blanket increase of health by 30%. That's huge. So that obviously you must be putting on, but also just its basic heavy ability, the Iron Halo. You're going to be encountering probably 1 to 2 Terminus. I encountered 1 Hellbrute. You might encounter 2. It's honestly random, but you're going to be encountering dozens, 20, 30 extremist enemies. You're going to be encountering so many Terminators and Sorcerers that you're going to need that Iron Halo. So Iron Halo is absolutely key for this stratagem. So again, running heavy, you're going to be perfectly fine with a heavy on your squad. Keep in mind that Bonds of Brotherhood, okay, reviving a squad member restores them to full health. That's not going to be applicable. Well, it will to an extent, but again, you have to remember the battlefield condition. Every time you go down, let's just go back to the launch bay here. Let's pop in here. Let's just read it one more time, okay? So again, atrophy. You can't die by being incapacitated, but every incapacitation, every down will decrease your maximum health by 25%. So again, Bonds of Brotherhood will help to an extent, but I honestly don't even know if this will be applicable because of that last battlefield condition where no contested health will be gained. Again, I did not run heavy, so you guys let me know in the chat if that battlefield condition is applicable to Bonds of Brotherhood. But just to be safe, honestly, guys, I would go with one of the other two. So this one's good. Encompassing Aegis or Aegis, I don't know how to say that. All squad members take 25% less health damage from range attacks, and then you can run this one too if you want some additional ammo. Otherwise, guys, honestly, heavy is a solid cost nonetheless, and highly recommend. And it has 3 plates, so you're golden. Assault and tactical, again, usually I'm not the biggest fan of these two, only because they just don't have enough healing capabilities in their perk tree. Again, are they fantastic classes? Absolutely. I think Assault is one of the funnest classes to play with. It's just their healing is just a little bit on the low end. You can't really do much. Tactical has no healing capabilities, no healing perks. The only healing perk, if you want to call it that, is under the first core column, armor reinforcement. So non-finisher gun strikes restore 1 armor segment. I would recommend, if you are going to run Assault, pop this on. This will keep your armor high, thus keeping your health high. But overall, guys, tactical and assault, they're good classes to run because all the other classes have no healing capabilities as well because of the battlefield condition. So honestly, it truly doesn't matter. And the benefit of the tactical and assault over something like a Vanguard or the sniper is that assault and tactical both have 3 armor plates, just like the Bullwark, just like the heavy. So again, would I recommend tactical and assault? Absolutely. Specifically for this stratagem, you're not at a disadvantage because everyone's at a disadvantage. So honestly, your non-healing perks or the ability to not heal, it doesn't even matter. So honestly, go for it. Tactical assault players, if you like them and you enjoy playing with these two classes, go for it because you're not going to be at a disadvantage at all. And for the map itself, you are on Reliquary, so there are certain areas of the map that you can fast track to the end of that certain sector, a certain part, and an elevator will close, a door will close. Utilize this to your advantage. So 2 specific parts are going to be right after you're dealing with that servo skull situation in the middle of the map, and you're in the kind of the catacomb area. So after that, you get out of, you leave the gates open up, servo skull leaves, and you're in this small little passage running towards the elevator that'll take you down to the bridge. There's no real need to fight in that area. Just get to the damn elevator shaft. The gates will close and you're down. You can avoid that massive headache because there's a chance you might go down in that small little area. Sometimes an extremist pops in, 2 extremists pops in. When I was running, 3 Terminators and 1 Sorcerer popped in. I ran to the damn elevator, the gates closed, and luckily all my teammates were there. Boom, took me down. I left 2 Terminators and 1 Sorcerer up there chilling, and I never had to see them again, all right? So that's one area. Another area is actually directly after that. So once you get down once you hit the floor that you're supposed to and you hit that bridge, if there's no terminus enemy, if there's no hellbrute in that area, you are good to go. Run to the damn doors on the other side of the bridge. Obviously avoid the helldrake as much as possible, dodge for cover, hide behind barriers, but once the helldrake is gone, run, all right? Get to that door. Once you're at that door and all your teammates are with you, all your teammates have to be with you. Remember that. Those doors will close and you will have avoided a massive headache and potentially multiple downs and incapacitations. That's it, guys. Appreciate you watching if you got up to this point. I am going to put the end of this stratagem up. I recorded it and I wanted to show you how insane this could be. Again, midway through, both my real teammates, not people I knew, just randoms, left because they went down 2 or 3 times and their health was basically at, 20%. So they left. And it was me and 2 bots. And guys, these bots kept the game alive, all right? So stick around, watch the final boss battle, have a good laugh, and honestly, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to pop into one of my live streams. I try to stream twice a week, sometime midweek and sometime later on in the week as well. Again, I'm always playing with viewers, so all you got to do is be a subscriber to the channel. Hop in, comment, say hello, let me know you subscribe. I won't be checking, but I trust you guys. And yeah, we'll play, squad up, always playing with viewers. That's the whole theme of my live streams. But anyways, guys, stick around, watch the video, and thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Hey brothers, so it's me again. So as you can see here, guys, we're facing the Helldrake again. I have a tactical bot on my squad, and I have a Bulwark bot, and we are all three of us on barely any health, maybe 10%, the bare minimum. All right. And so as you can see, there's no way for us to get any higher, as that gray bar kind of pushes the red health bar lower, so that's the maximum we can do. But stick around, it's actually quite an intense segment. It is a little bit long because I am the only one there doing actual damage to the Helldrake. It was quite an intense battle. Lots of Terminators, lots of Sorcerers, and obviously the Helldrake, alright? Again, thank you so much for watching, and enjoy the gameplay.
It seeks to cleave us! I shall rise and execute them all. While I stand, none of my brothers will fall. We will drop this fell Helldrake all the quicker. The saints guide us. Hold fast, brothers! We must hold out until we see an event. Rebel will just set. We align the symbols. Shake that guy's Bennett at work. cleavers! Keep fighting, no matter what. Brother, I am here. A new star, nothing more. I think Vanguard moves to attack. We must hold out until we see an effect. We align the symbols. Waste not this chance. Weapon tossed. Hold fast, brother. Check the speed glass. We align the symbols. It seeks the cleavers. Memorize the glowing symbols. I stood up for worse. Incoming Helldrake attack. You are wounded, but unfortunate. Our glorious battle. What is not cure? You must beseech the Saint's head, brothers. What needs grapple? Come on. Show us some of that. Come fast, brother. Focus on the beast. Oh, I lament every bolt that never penetrates into the Helldrake's systems. Locate the illuminated symbols. It seeks the cleavers. That did the trick. That did the trick. Hold fast, brother. There is more war still to be waged. Following the sigils of Saint Vanguard. That did the trick. It seeks the cleaver. Saint Vanguard's running surrendered the Helldrake's treasure. Star, nothing more. The Saint's relics will be one for Balefire and claws. Helldrake, hold the quicker! The Saints guidance! Hold out until we see an effect! Shoot it now! Into the maw of death! Check the stained glass. We must hold out until we see an effect. Finish that bastard, or we will have more to do. I see. Patience, brothers. Slow is smooth, and smooth is fast. Book available. Look to the stained glass for guidance. Look for balefire and claws. Once again in purpose. Let us unleash Saint Vanguard's wrath. It's the fever! Closing the gap. Arming up. Look to the glass. I think Lankai would approve. We must hold out until we see an effect. What needs grappling? I was wrong to expect the best fight in a sniveling bastard. See your weapon out. Incandescent symbol, brother. Incoming another, so I can feed my hatred. Fire on that malign honor. Remain up. What needs fire? What for Balefire and Claws? I think Lankai would approve. Show us some of that power. Move to attack. Walkaby. Must beseech the saint's name, brother. Soulless creature. What for Balefire and Claws? Realignment. It can be wounded. Locate the illuminated symbols. Balefire assault. Mortal wound. The saint's sigils are the key to the altars. Rebel launcher set. Incoming Helldrake attack. Come on, show us some of that power. Come on, show us some of that power. Hold fast, brother. Walk available. That did the trick.